Let me tell you something no one warned you about. The world does not reward kindness. It does not protect the innocent. It does not care how good your intentions are. In fact, the world feeds on softness. And if you stay gentle for too long, life will not just disappoint you. It will break you. Not suddenly, not dramatically, but slowly, quietly, until one day you look in the mirror and realize you've been outplayed, overlooked, and used. Machiavelli understood this centuries ago, and what he discovered is uncomfortable, disturbing, but painfully accurate, because the truth is this. To survive this world, you don't need to be evil, but you cannot afford to be naive. Stay with me, because by the end of this video, you will understand why softness invites destruction, why morality alone won't save you, and how to develop the controlled ruthlessness required to survive without losing your soul. Section 1. The world is not designed for good people. Here's the lie you were raised with. If you're good, the world will be good to you. Machiavelli would laugh at that. History proves the opposite. Good people are often exploited, ignored, betrayed, discarded, not because they deserve it, but because they are predictable, and predictability is weakness. The world doesn't operate on fairness. It operates on power dynamics. Power decides who is heard, who is respected, who survives pressure. Machiavelli observed rulers, wars, betrayal, alliances, and noticed something chilling. The most moral leaders were often the first to fall. Why? Because they assumed others played by the same rules. They didn't. And here's the micro hook most people miss. You don't lose because you're weak. You lose because you assume others are like you. That assumption is fatal. Section 2. Why the world breaks the soft. Softness isn't kindness. Softness is lack of boundaries. And the world detects that instantly. People test you in subtle ways. They push deadlines. They disrespect your time. They cross small boundaries. Not because they're evil, but because they're checking how far they can go. And if you don't push back, they go further. This is how breakdown happens. Not with violence. Not with cruelty, but with small repeated violations. Machiavelli warned, men ought either to be well treated or crushed. Not because cruelty is good, but because half measures invite rebellion. The same applies to life. If you tolerate disrespect, you teach people how to treat you. And slowly, your confidence erodes, your voice weakens, your presence shrinks, until one day, you feel empty, resentful, and powerless. That's not bad luck. That's untrained psychology. Section 3. Ruthlessness is not cruelty. This is where people get it wrong. Let's correct a dangerous misunderstanding. Machiavellian ruthlessness is not random aggression, emotional coldness, hurting others for pleasure. That's insecurity pretending to be strength. True ruthlessness is emotional discipline, strategic boundaries, controlled detachment. It means you don't explain yourself to manipulators. You don't beg for respect. You don't sacrifice yourself to be liked. Here's the uncomfortable truth. People respect what cannot be easily accessed, and people exploit what is always available. Ruthlessness is not about becoming heartless. It's about deciding who deserves access to your heart. That distinction changes everything. Section 4. Why morality alone will not save you. This is where Machiavelli becomes controversial. He didn't argue against morality. He argued against moral blindness. Because morality without strength is fragile. Imagine a man who refuses to defend himself because violence is wrong. Is he moral or simply unprepared? Machiavelli understood. The world rewards outcomes, not intentions. People judge results, not inner virtue. That's why he said, a prince who wishes to maintain his position must learn how not to be good. Not always, not constantly, but when necessary, because the world doesn't pause to reward your principles. It keeps moving, and if you don't adapt, you're left behind. Or worse, you're crushed. Section 5. The moment you realize the world doesn't care. There's a moment every adult experiences. A silent one, where you realize hard work didn't protect you. Loyalty wasn't reciprocated. Being patient didn't pay off. And something inside you hardens. That moment can break you or forge you. Most people collapse into bitterness. The Machiavellian response is different. It says, fine, then I will learn the rules of the real world. Not to become a villain, but to stop being a victim. That's the turning point. Section 6. Power is not evil. Ignorance of power is. Power is neutral. It can protect or destroy. The problem isn't power. The problem is pretending it doesn't exist. Machiavelli observed that those who deny power dynamics are often the first to be controlled by them. In relationships, in careers, in society, if you don't understand leverage, someone else will use it against you. If you don't command respect, you'll be managed, not valued. Power doesn't require domination. It requires clarity, knowing what you will tolerate, what you won't, when to walk away, when to stand firm. That is quiet power. Section 7. How the world rewards controlled ruthlessness. Notice something. The people who advance fastest are rarely the nicest, but they're also not the cruelest. They are emotionally composed, boundary-driven, strategically selective. They don't overshare. They don't overgive. They don't overcommit. They choose their battles. Machiavelli admired this precision. Because chaos doesn't destroy people, indecision does. Ruthlessness is clarity under pressure. If this video disturbed you a little good, that means something inside you knows it's time to change. The world isn't getting gentler, and pretending otherwise is dangerous. Become sharp. Become aware. Not cruel. Thanks for watching.